Yo guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how to kill Jotaro in just 32 seconds in Bizarre Lineage. I'm going to split this video into 3 different methods, so you can use whichever one works best for you. I'll also be showing my build and equipment in every part. The first method is the easiest one. This is for beginners or for players who just want a simple way to farm Jotaro fast without overcomplicating things. The second method is the medium one. This is for more advanced players who want to kill him faster, but without doing anything too crazy yet. And finally, the advanced method is for those who want to absolutely destroy Jotaro in 32 seconds. But for this, you'll need a specific build, equipment, and an Anubis personality. But before we start, keep in mind, this is not the only way to do this. There are a lot of builds and stands in the game, so there might be easier or harder methods out there. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Alright, first of all, you're going to need an Anubis with any stats and any personality. Then, you're going to want to equip any damage perk you have. After that, you'll need these specific stats to deal more damage with your Anubis M1 and skills. Also, this part is optional, but I highly recommend getting Haman, because the passive increases your M1 damage. You might be able to just unlock it without progressing it, but I'm not 100% sure, so make sure to check that yourself. Also, try to get any equipment with PvE damage and penetration, but prioritize PvE damage over penetration. Alright, let's get started. First, you need to get Jotaro's aggro. Also, make sure you get her stand out. You can either attack him or wait until he starts following you. Then, you want to bring him close to a wall and land your first hit. After that, you can just hold M1 or spam M1 to kill him. And that's it. When he gets to his second phase, you can just repeat the same method. Just use your barrage or any move with good timing, and keep holding M1 until he dies. Also, you can use your skills in between M1s to chunk down his HP even faster. And yeah, that's it for the first method. Alright, let's move on to the second method. First, you're going to need an Anubis with a good personality. Basically anything that gives you extra damage. Then, you'll need these 4 perks. I'm in your area, the blade, play with your food, and frenzied state. You can swap out I'm in your area for any other damage perk if you want. But I recommend buying it from the shop when you can. After that, you'll need these specific stats. 100 weapon and 50 destructive power. Then, you'll want to get Haman for the extra M1 damage passive. Also, try to get as much PvE damage as possible from your equipment. I recommend having at least 50 PvE damage if you want to kill him in around 35 to 45 seconds. The exact time will depend on your PvE damage and your Anubis personality. Alright, let's get started. First, you want to get close to him before he finishes his starting cutscene. Then, land your first M1 and hold M1 until the combo ends. After that, press Q and land a barrage. Then, press Q and follow up with another M1 combo. Now press Q again and use Rend. At this point, he should be against a wall. Once he's on the wall, just start wall comboing him. Do M1 chains, then use your skills right after each combo. And that's it. When Jotaro switches to his second phase, land a barrage and keep doing M1 chains and skills until he dies. And that's it for the second method. As you can see, we killed him in 36 seconds according to the timer up there. Keep in mind, I have around 70% PvE damage, so it might take you a bit longer if you have less than me. Now, for the third method, you need to make sure you have the exact same build as me. You'll need an Anubis, stats don't matter right now because they're currently bugged, and you need the dominant personality, since it gives you a 25% damage boost if the enemy doesn't hit you. I'm not sure if this works with other personalities, so you can test that if you want. For perks, you need exactly these: King of Flames, the Blade, Play with Your Food, and Frenzied State. Also, you need the same stats as the other two methods, which are 100 weapon and 50 destructive power. As for equipment, you need to reach 70% PvE damage, which is the maximum you can get. You'll also need Haman for the extra M1 damage passive, and boxing to perform the trick. This does not work with Kendo, and I haven't tested Vampire, but I don't think it works with it either. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, let's get started with Jotaro. First, get close to him before he finishes his starting cutscene, and make sure you have your stand out. Then, you need to land the first M1 of your combo right as he's able to move. Timing is very important here, or he'll hit you first. Once you land that first M1, just hold click until the combo ends. After that, press Q and follow up with a full barrage. Make sure you land the entire barrage. Then press Q again and follow up with another M1 combo. After that, move forward a bit and use Cursed Severance. At this point, he should be against a wall. Now land another M1 combo, and if you did everything correctly, you should get 2 M1 hits after he heals back to 100%. Next, use Rend and follow it up with another M1 combo. At this point, we're not letting Jotaro awaken or enter his second phase. Use the first boxing move, White Fang, then land another M1 combo. After that, use Liver Crush and follow up with another M1 combo. Now land a full barrage. This should break his posture again. After the barrage, land one last M1 combo, then use Rend again, followed by one more M1, and he should be dead. If you did everything correctly, as you can see from the timer up there, we killed him in 31.5 seconds. Now here's the full sequence without any cuts. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. If you enjoyed it or it helped you in any way, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. Also, if you have any questions, drop them down in the comments. I'll try to reply to everyone. I'm just starting with these videos, so if there's anything you want me to test or any ideas you have, feel free to leave them in the comments as well.